In my immediate previous video, I discussed at great length an explosive revelation in a local newspaper, the Daily Nation, where Oburu bears all and reveals that allegedly there is bitterness within the family. There is a squabble over the estate of the late Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, who was the father of both Raila and Oburu. And this squabble comes in because Raila and Oburu had not resolved matters to do with this estate. Because according to Oburu, their relationship was so good that there were no issues. But then the fear was the other generations below them may not be so friendly and so close. So they needed to legalize and put all the papers in order concerning the estate of their late father. Yeah? And according to Oburu, they were scheduled to have a meeting in Dubai on the 19th of October, yeah, to settle this matter once and for all. But of course we know that Raila Odinga did not live to that date of 19th October, and therefore this meeting did not take place. Now, if you took in my previous video, I gave various solid facts that contradict this story, that suggest this story had other political motives. Oburu had other political motives, and that actually there is no bitterness, there is no squabble within the Odingas concerning any estate. In case you missed that video, there is a link in the description area below this video on YouTube where you can take it in so that you understand exactly what we're discussing today here on my show, yeah, in part 2. And part 2 ndo moto kuliko pasi ya makaa, because now we go into the politics that has caused all this unfortunate drama. And so, now that that is all very clear, let us get on with it. Karibuni sana. Twende kazi. Anybody who listened to Winnie Odinga's speech in Mombasa over the ODM party and the very crazy claim she made that some people are trying to sell the ODM party at night, sell the ODM party, the party that her dad founded. Anybody who listened to that speech will fully understand why it really ruffled feathers, until some people started talking badly. This is a very young girl. We saw her growing up the other day. What is she telling us? Yeah, that was the narrative among some ODM veterans. However, the truth is, that speech hit home. That speech was explosive. Hey. In fact, please allow me to repeat it. It is only about a minute. Please listen in so that we are all on the same page. I'll be back.
ODM si chama kilichojazaliwa kama siri. Nasikia kuna wengine ambao wanatembea nasi mchana lakini usiku wanajaribu kuuza hii chama. Haiwezekani. ODM was not born in a bedroom. It was not made in a bedroom. So its future will not be discussed as pillow talk. It has been the heartbeat of the Kenyan people for 20 years. ODM was born from protest. It was raised in resistance. And the people of ODM have time and time again bled, sweat, and shed tears for this country called Kenya. We are sorry that we don't always get it right. Poleni. But we will never be sorry for being inconvenient. They like to call us a party of goons. What we're doing is nation building. Nation building is untidy. Nation building is inconvenient. Nation building is uncomfortable. Nation building has left us in tears as ODM, as the People's Party, time and time again. But we, ODM, belong to the people. And we will continue growing because the young people of ODM have conviction.
Now, for starters, let us agree that Winnie Odinga is a very informed person. Why? Because she was not only very close to the late Raila Odinga, but there is more than enough evidence to suggest that Raila was carefully mentoring her for politics. There is more than plenty of evidence to prove that. And so, instead of focusing on her young age, she's about 35 years old, anything Winnie says, we should take very seriously, because she's informed. And she told us in Mombasa, some people are planning to sell the ODM party at night. Okay, during the day, they have the rest of the ODM crowd, saying chungwa, but then at night, they are busy finalizing on the plans to sell the ODM party. Now hold on a minute. Is there any evidence anywhere? Have we seen any signs that this very wild allegation may be true? The answer? Yes, we have. In fact, we have seen a lot of it. Okay? We have seen President William Samoei Ruto getting very close to the ODM party and constantly reminding us that he was one of the founder members of the ODM party, which is true. Indeed, he's the one who cut the cake at the 20th anniversary celebrations in Mombasa. And it is also true that President Ruto has a very serious political problem that in his mind can be solved if in 2027 he is the presidential candidate on an ODM ticket. Because it is not breaking news, it is not a rumor. His UDA party is kwisha maneno. In fact, even members of UDA who are interested in a future in politics in Kenya are distancing themselves from the name of the party as they go about their business. That is very clear. And so, what Winnie told us to some people was not surprising. What Winnie told us to some people was very believable. You know, there are some people who have told me that actually the person who appointed Oburu or who pushed for Oburu Odinga to be the acting party leader, when Raila passed on, the person who did that was President William Samoei Ruto. Now, the founder member of ODM, who left ODM a long time ago and has fought ODM very fiercely for many, many years, made a decision, very important decision, for the ODM party. That is the allegation. So, what is really going on here? Oburu Odinga has worked very hard to prove to us that his relationship with his younger brother, who overshadowed him all his life, was very cordial, very close. There were absolutely very few, if any, misunderstandings. Now, body language doesn't lie. And I'm not going to say anything. I just want you to take a closer look at the photograph that is on your screens right now, and then make your own judgment. I will not say anything. Is it possible that there was even a small iota of sibling rivalry here? Is that possible? Because in my book, if it is indeed true that Winnie's dad was very close to his older brother, then don't you think we would have seen the uncle being on the forefront of consoling his niece after the passing on of Raila? Don't you think? Just a thought. Okay, I'm not saying anything. Let's get that clear. Friends, as I've said before, families have issues, and that is perfectly normal. I can give you many, many horror stories, even from my own family, of very strange, bizarre things that happen between people who shared the same womb before they came to this world. It's normal. Indeed, even if we go to the Holy Bible, the story of Cain and his brother Abel Yeah, a very violent story. Those were brothers. Yeah, so it's nothing new. There is nothing new under the sun. It is normal. It happens. And the last time I checked, the Odinga family are human. Okay? It is easy to imagine that somebody somewhere may have thought that with Raila gone, it will be very easy to take over the ODM party, yeah, without any resistance. It is very easy to imagine that. And I'm suspecting that is exactly what happened. But you know, these people also underestimated Agwambo. Okay, they didn't know him very well, or they ignored what they knew about him. Because, in my opinion, there are a lot of things which have happened in recent times to suggest that Raila saw this, what is currently unfolding, a long time ago. And he made plans to counter it when he's not there. And those plans are with a few people who were very close to Raila. Yeah? And one of those people is Winnie Odinga. And therefore, fortunately, yeah, for the country called Kenya, it will not be so easy to take over the ODM party. It will not be so easy to fold the ODM party into a briefcase and walk away and do what you want with it. That one will not be easy. It will not happen without a fight. I'm not saying it will not happen. It may happen, but even if it eventually happens, the person living with that briefcase atatoka na bruises nyingi. They will live with injuries. I can assure you that. Okay, it will be a fight. You know the most dangerous thing about somebody who has founded something, making plans to protect it. The most dangerous thing is that person knows where the foundations of that building, shall we call it a building, are. He knows the special reinforcement structures he put in place when he was putting up that building. Because already when he was putting up that building, he was very experienced in politics. And therefore, the newcomer will definitely not know about the foundation. And therefore, these plans, based on insider knowledge of a founder, yeah, passed on to other people, even when that person is not there, those plans are dangerous. They have a very high likelihood of working like a charm. Oh yes, let's agree. But of course it is okay if you don't agree. Yeah, that is our mantra on this channel. We very much welcome views that don't agree with ours. This is not a dictatorship channel. This is not a channel of robots. People have different views and it is very welcome. It is part of our very vibrant community. And so, in case you are fearing to differ with me, don't! Tell me I'm wrong and tell me why. And the tell me why part is extremely important. Okay? Because that is the only way debate happens. Debate does not happen by somebody saying, no, you're very wrong. And I don't think you're very clever. And you're very wrong. No, that is not debate. Debate is, you're wrong, I disagree, because of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? In my opinion, the way Winnie Odinga is so cool and collected, and she's like not in a hurry, suggests that she is digging in for a long fight. Okay? And I believe this is what this is going to be. I don't think it is going to be a quick thing. It's going to be a prolonged battle for the very soul of the ODM party. Now, many people believe Raila Odinga was old, Raila Odinga had so many medical conditions that what happened, as unfortunate as it was bound to happen. Yeah, and that is okay and it makes sense. However, the truth is, the information in my latest highly sensitive special report gives out some facts and figures and revelations that prove otherwise. Okay? And you still have an opportunity. In fact, today, as we wind up this offer, I am offering this highly sensitive, very valuable special report for only Kenya shillings 1,999. We normally do this just before we end an offer, okay? So please rush if you still don't have it. Use the details on your screens right now and go for it. My very firm promise, and I'm putting my reputation on the line, is you will not be disappointed, okay? Now, of course, we also have an annual golden key which will allow you to gain access to this particular special report and all past reports and future reports for an entire year, including WABs, everything kumekucha that others may need to pay, you will get for free. Okay, you can see details on your screens right now. For only Kenya shillings 5,999, you'll have this annual golden key. And then there's the last option, which is the best, a permanent golden key. Now, if you're a regular kumekuchan, you can get this permanent golden key for only Kenya shillings 6,555. You can see details on your screens right now. Please rush, please hurry for any of these offers that you've chosen, because we are truly in the kipindi cha lala salama, the final moments of these amazing offers. Until next time, this is Chris Kumekucha.